Hey everybody, welcome to Stick. Thank you for joining us for what I hope is a really beneficial, fun, and educational experience for all of you guys. In this video, we're going to teach you guys about the background of this project, along with how it relates to the real world, some lessons we want you to take away from it, and even a little bit of history. You're probably asking yourself, why should you care? And that's what we want to explain to you now, how this project relates to the real world. You see, a big thing is the world has depleting infrastructure, whether that be its roads, bridges, tunnels, you name it. And politicians around the world are addressing that. In fact, in the United States, our government is putting together a $1 trillion plan to fix those roads, bridges, and tunnels. But by the time that money is ready, it's going to be you guys, the future leaders of the world, who are going to be the ones designing and engineering those bridges and tunnels and roadways. And that's why we want to introduce you to some of these concepts now. Okay, so since you guys are going to be building a bridge of your own, we figured you might want to know a little bit more about the background of bridges. Bridges have been around for forever, but back in the days, they were pretty simple. They were made out of stone and didn't have much technology behind them. When bridges really started getting developed and engineered, they called it the truss style, and they kind of invented it in Europe. But around the Revolutionary War time in the 1700s, all of America's bridges got destroyed, and when we had to replace all that, America got very good at designing truss bridges. You see, truss bridges became very popular because they're lightweight, they're cheap, and they're super efficient and strong. When they first came about, they were often found being made of wood, and then that slowly developed into iron, and finally, what we still use today is steel. Steel is an incredibly strong and pretty plentiful resource. The great thing about truss bridges is there's infinite ways you can design them, which is part of the reason we've passed this task on to you. We want to see what you can come up with, whether you find inspiration from one of the famous truss bridges or whether you completely design your own. It's up to you, but we know you guys are going to make a great bridge. And don't worry, we're going to guide you guys along the whole process and give you tips along the way. In the next videos, you're going to learn about the educational principles behind bridges, and also we're going to give you some tips and some examples to guide you through, and finally, we're going to teach you how to test it. So thank you guys again. We hope this is an awesome experience for you. Stick it out with us, and we can't wait to see what you guys come up with.